So, hi everyone. So we are back with the LinkedIn live session today. Marcus and me sitting in one room instead of him sitting in a car or being in his office. So I'm really glad that he's joined us today on campus.
Absolutely.
Great. And we got.
And I was not aware that we speak in English, so I'm really happy to speak in English, so that I can train it a little bit and to say hello to our international customers and clients. I'm really happy, and I'm also really happy that Marcel and Felix are here. So nice to meet you.
Yeah, great. So to everyone who doesn't really know much about Tamaris, and I think that's really should apply to at least, I would say, a minimum of the people watching the session right now, is that Tamaris, founded in 1967, has become one of the most important shoe brands in Europe and is also belonging to the Wortmann Group, the largest shoe producing company in Europe. And we are very proud to have them as customers as well. So a short introduction. So Felix is part of the executive board of the group and also very much in charge of that success story that Tamaris has taken during the last years. And Marcel, the brain behind Ecommerce and also the B2B session of Tamaris and also of the group. And I'm very proud that Marcel has taken also a long journey with us. During the last 2.5 years, we have been collaborating a lot, also not just because they are our customers, but also because we have invented and co-invented guided shopping, now called digital sales rooms. So a solution where we wanted to create an innovative solution that applies more to the needs of the market in B2B, achieving more proximity to the customers. And that's in a nutshell about these two impressive persons we have in our session today. And a first question goes directly to Felix. First of all, warm welcome to you both. And if we talk about innovation today, what does it take in order to become or be an innovative company? And what does innovation mean for Tamaris today?
Good question. For sure, let's say going back to our industry, shoe industry in Germany, in Europe, it's not the most innovative one by nature. I don't want to say that this is kind of a classic industry, but there's not a lot of innovation going around if you take the business itself, not speaking about products. In product, there are a lot of innovations, but the business, how we are developing shoes, how we are selling the shoes has always been more or less the same. So being innovative is something for us to be beyond in one step further due to our competition. And innovation is driving us since years. It's not as well if we go back to the part where guided shopping came from. So where did we created the first ideas about that? It's not that any reasons in the environment or economical reasons have driven us so far. So it was our approach to say, okay, what's the next solution and be innovative. Let's change our process. Let's change how we sell our shoes today and how do we want to sell the shoes tomorrow.
But if you speak about innovations, right? It could be that you are the leader in shoes, in innovations in shoes, or in marketing. And what I think when I think about Tamaris, then I see a really cool company with a lot of cool products and a really good price. So that is what I see and what I feel, and that you are really cool in marketing because everyone knows that Tamaris. That was a marketing clip, and it was really awesome because it was so easy. It was only a big picture of a shoe and Tamaris. And if you speak with people all over from Germany, everyone knows the spot. So it was so successful, and it was so easy. So I think it was really awesome, more than awesome.
Yeah, I think that's brand marketing.
Thank you so much.
Creating that image, I think, is one of the things. But as you said, Felix, I mean, keeping the pace and staying innovative, I think it's also reacting onto challenges of the market. So staying ahead of all the different things that you need to consider in order to keep the revenues high, also keep customer adoption high. And I think that you have managed that as well very well by, for example, creating guided shopping. So guided shopping, I think, was also invented because we didn't have any different chance. So Corona was there. You needed to differently think of different approaches, how to create more proximity, but also reduce return quotes, also make sure that the average order basket is getting higher and higher. And maybe you can tell also the audience a little bit how was guided shopping then created? I don't know if Felix or Marcel wants to state about that. One of you might be really good in telling how that idea was created and how you then developed guided shopping to be an essential part of your B2B solution.
Yeah, thanks for welcoming us here. I think I can take over about this product point here. Guided shopping, you mentioned Corona as the effect where we were not able to meet in person, where we were not able to have many B2B contacts a day. I mean, usually one of our agents is serving 8 to 10 customers in peak season, so this was simply not possible. You could not dream of during Corona. But actually our ideas how to reinvent ourselves in regards to B2B sales started before. Corona, of course, was a booster and gave it, especially on our customer side, a push or more an experience that digital sales and digital approaches also work in B2B and also in an industry like our shoe business, where we love to smell the shoes and to feel the softness of the leather, etc. So it's really something where you do not want to miss the personal contact and the personal interaction with the product. But as said, Corona really gave on customer side a push that our customers got more likely used to digital approaches. And we came from the idea to say, hey, how can we use all what is happening in regards to technology development, digital transformation, how we can implement this in our processes? Where do we have advantages? Where can we make processes more efficient? Where can we create a better customer experience, a better brand experience? And this is where we started to think about how we will sell shoes in the future, not just with the paper and the pen, but also in regards to the digital tools. Exactly. Yeah. And the day came up when we were actually faced with a pain. Shopware 5 was announced to be replaced by Shopware 6, more modern architecture, of course. But we just started with Shopware 5 and we were thinking, okay, what does this mean for us now? Do we stay on the horse and wait to see, or do we go already in an early phase on the new horse and then develop new solutions beside just the classical shop? And we were going a step back and saying, okay, in B2B sales, a web shop we need. And it was approved that this works fine. But we also were thinking about how can we make, or support our customers with more appointments, to have a physical one for a big order, but also to have small appointments when we launch new products during the season, to have some digital, because Corona teaches this was working. And also in our showrooms, how can we make the experience there more, let's say more to enrich the physical experience. And then we were thinking about, is there a best of breed philosophy you can take, the best showroom tool, the best video conferencing tool, the best web shop tool? But then we were stepping back and seeing that all these tools actually have in common to create a brand experience, to show products in a nice way, where you need to have all your business logics like prices, stocks, etc. inside, which customer gets access to which product group. And then we're saying, hey, there's so much in common and we already have all these things in Shopware. And then we actually went to the campus and pitched the idea to Sebastian and Stefan, if this could be a Shopware B2B case and how they think about this vision we had to put the complete process in their hands. This is how it actually started. So with an idea just to come with an appointment and say to just bring it on the table.
Yeah. Talking to each other, I think, is often the best thing to start with a great solution. By the way, just in a nutshell, maybe 2-3 sentences, Marcel, what are the advantages of, let's say, the solution that we have worked out together?
I mean, everybody knows the classical web shop front ends where you go into, you have your categories, you have your filters, you have your listings. And our customers, we are selling worldwide to more than 15,000 doors. And every region, every customer is special and wants to have a special assortment guided from our B2B sales agents. We have 160 agents serving our customers. And if you just open the door to the web shop, of course, you can guide the customers to there and make the categories per country, etc. This is all possible. But they lack the guidance. Yeah, they say, okay, here are all these products. What do I do now? I filter. They are overwhelmed by the quantity of products they see. And we said, okay, it cannot be right if you have a very, very good personal solution where you have an agent consulting the customer one-to-one, and then you have a web shop where everything is. And we said, okay, we need to bring this together, that the agent can, let's say, create an individual web shop for the customer, selecting, hey, these are the products I want to show you. This is suitable for your shop. This will bring you success. And then I just sent out like a PDF file with poor pictures, with not state-of-the-art information. But then to have send the customer a link that he can experience everything digital. You can use much more content, videos, pictures, but then also have the personal interaction that you do not lack of the lack of humanity at this point, because we have this sage agent structure, and this we brought together, and this is what guided shopping is, to create a personal web shop, let's say, for the customer, and to have a live and direct video conferencing where you make the order with the customer.
Yes, I think it is so amazing, because if you take a look what happens at the markets, then it's really funny, because we speak about new technology, we speak about online first, multi-channel. In the past, it was the most responsible one that you have an offline store. Now it is that you are online first company, and then combine that in a nice way with your offline store, and sitting in the shop waiting that customer steps in. I think that is a nice story, and it was really successful in the past, but not tomorrow. Now we need a new way. But at the same time, I think that people would like to speak with people, and so I think what we can learn from your case is that we can also take it over and use it for direct-to-consumer interaction. And so I think it is really amazing, because if we now let's speak about the way of communications, what happens at the moment. That is, lovely customer, please send out an email to me. The email, I hate email, so no one would like to use emails. Yeah, okay, use the chat. No, I don't want to use the chat. The chat is shitty. I have to wait for 10 minutes, and I'm not aware if people will answer in 1 minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes. I don't know. So it's also shitty. But what we have is a lot of employees in our stores, and if they can take over and use a modern way of communication, that people are doing that because they have their phone, they are using FaceTime, they use a lot of stuff, and we can take that and interact with our customers in that way. And with our solution, we can help to realize that.
I think it's all about communication, and I think you have definitely made the right step forward for having that kind of solution elaborate together with a platform like with Shopware. By the way, can you think about different use cases? For example, I mean, if that works for your shoes, and I think you have definitely have already made tremendous results, reducing a lot of complexity, also bringing people more together. Can you imagine, for example, for luxury goods or other brands or other branches, that this solution might also work because it, let's say, aims on personalization and efficiency?
Of course. It's. I just would like to add what you said. It's about communication, but it's as well going beyond that. It's about customer experience, and let's say every product, or if it's a brand or it's a product itself, if you want to create customer experience, you could use guided shopping. We are using it in our use case. It's a B2B wholesale business, because we do want to give our more than 6,000 customers as well a user experience in shopping our shoes. If it's not offline, then it's online, but in a nice environment. And Markus is right. You could transfer it to retail sector as well. if you have, for example, stay in the fashion business, if you take a premium or luxury retailers like Bräuninger, if they do this VIP shopping events or curated events where they curate you what to buy, what to wear, of course you could fix a digital appointment, and then it's a one-by-one or one-on-one. It's you meet your customer, so the end consumer. You guide him, you show him what's new in the collection. You can give a concrete recommendation. So this all over where you would like to come close to your customer and create a shopping experience and a customer experience. Therefore, I guess it's very useful to have guided shopping.
Yeah, and also for products which are not so easy. In our B2B wholesale case, it is a lot about guidance of the customer, consulting. Yeah, what shoes are fitting to me? What did you sell good? Not just to leave the customer on their own. But if you think about consumer products which are more complex and where you need to have more explanations, what do we do in e-commerce? We make a very large product detail page, trying to put all information on which are possible. And if a customer starts to compare products, yeah, you're overwhelmed by all the information you have there, and there's some guidance is missing, I feel. And this, with this personal interaction in regards to products which need to be explained, yeah, it's easy. If you, for instance, take like baby seats for cars, etc., what you do, you read all about these tests, etc., and compare what is the best one. Yeah, but if you have the chance that you get consultancy by a retailer and explains you directly, hey, these are the advantages, and for your specific use case, I would recommend you this product. I mean, this gives trust, and then, of course, you build a relationship with the customer.
Marcel, I don't understand that in a good way, because you say it is easier to buy shoes than a baby seat. No. If you would like to have stuff for the baby, you read the tests and you have it. But I have done a lot of shopping tours in my life, and it was so difficult to find the right shoes. And I saw that the people have a lot of problems to find the right. It was the most difficult thing what I have ever done, to step out with my wife and to find the right shoes. Yeah, in my thoughts, it felt like a never-ending story.
I think
therefore it's good to buy more than one pair, Markus.
Yeah. So I think
then maybe Markus, maybe just the choice of the brands are too narrow. So to choose a brand with a wide assortment would be the best choice there. I don't know. But what I mean is, if of course you read all the tests, I agree. Yeah, you read all those, and then here this is number one. Yeah, but for you, there might be in specific situations that you need something different, and you do not want to have what everybody has. And therefore, I think this is for sure valid also for all products where you need guidance or explainers. And what also in e-commerce is happening, you have these shops with 10,000 of products. I mean, there are so many products, and you are overwhelmed by the offer. And what is actually the task of a retailer? To curate the offer, to make you the best choice. I mean, this is the reason why we have all these automated personalization tools, etc. And with guided shopping, you add the human touch to it, and the human part, where you can build much easier trust relation.
Yeah. So that means if you take a look back, what I have learned in the last 15 minutes. So sometimes we have to make it more easier. So that means your marketing campaign, it was really successful, but it was easy. So, and it works. Now you have, you can have what you want, 10,000 shoes. So, but it's not easy. If you if you have the whole freedom, it is not easy to make a choice. We feel it.
Absolutely.
If we try to figure out what is the right Netflix movie for me, or what is the right shoe, it is not easy, because if you have a lot of choices, it's not easy. So we have to do it also to find a new way to make it easier, and that is one of the biggest parts. And the third one is people would like to speak with people in a new way. So I think that is really cool, and everything we can combine with this innovation.
Yeah, I think just to sum it up, also for some who might not know digital sales room or guided shopping solution from Shopware is, I think it is not a live shopping solution. It is definitely curating the right products on a personalized level for someone, for the buyer, in order to have also a direct connection, have also data, for example, the last sales that has been done, and all the different things that also are representing information costs. That is reducing guided shopping. I think this is something what people require today. So less information costs. They do not want to search on the net for the best product. They want to have it directly presented, and also having the data right in order to take the decision immediately. And that's something that I really like on your solution. The other thing that what I really like is that, and that's why we also set up that session today, is that how is innovation being done today? And I think it's not only because we got a great development department and there are sitting a lot of people and they think, yeah, that might be a good idea. Then they're setting it up and then the sales is going to sell that. I think innovation is something that needs to be co-created. And that's what I like on that approach as well, that a customer like you, as having a conversation with a platform provider like we say, okay, we're going to build the new B2B revolution together, and also considering all the different experience that a platform provider and a customer has to combine it to a great solution. And here my question also to you guys is that, how do you think is innovation created from now on in the future? Because I think innovation needs to be done fast. You need to create much faster than in the past in order to maintain your position. Tamaris, as the market leader in your business, and also a platform provider like Shopware, for me, I think doesn't have any other obligation as staying innovative in order to be competitive. What do you think? Is that a role model how to create innovation in the future, or do you think that innovation can be created in a different way?
I guess you're right. When we ask ourselves, or when we look back during the last 18 months, what happened since this joint development, it's maybe this is like a blueprint, because we had an idea, and at the early beginning we tried to find a companion, and it was Shopware at this time. And then we developed it together. We had our ideas, our vision, and you had yours. So we merged that. So we had a match, and we developed it together. And I guess it starts with the mindset of a company. And this is more easy to speak about than doing that. And having an open mind, working behavior, allowing disruptive thoughts, allowing failures as well. And then going the next step. And this has given us a lot during the last years, that even if there was not a business aspect which has driven us concretely to develop something, we had developed our ideas and then created nice and new tools. And this is it. And of course, you need partners for doing that, and you need people for doing that. So people who allow themselves to develop as well in regard to disruptive things, but you need to let them develop as well with those ideas and not to stop them.
Yeah. Is that sorry, go on, Marcel.
Yeah, and to add this, I think also innovation is a process of creativity. So if you sit down there and think about something and you say, okay, there is a pain I can solve with my idea, and you start developing and you go ahead, I think it's always good to have an open process. So an open innovation process where you have different people at desk and different disciplines also, in order to drive creativity and to bring the solution to a better level. So if we would have sit down ourselves and just make it, I think it's good to have the open community, the ideas bringing into from experts to bring the solution on a different level, and always to test the solution. So not just to sit down and say, okay, in 2 years we will have this, but to say, okay, this is the idea, but always to challenge the idea. Hey, is this the right way to think critical about your own idea in order to really prove it and to bring it to the next level with other people together.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, Tamaris, I mean, you're a large company, and you have, I think, for sure adapted to a great innovative culture in order to stay ahead and always be innovative. But I think there are also in e-commerce some companies who are not that large, who are not having also that financial opportunities. So what would you recommend to smaller companies in order to also to stay innovative and thus also more competitive?
I guess it was Jack Welch who said that better change before you have to. So I guess there's no way around being innovative, and you can, if you are not innovative, you will, let's say, if your industry will get in problems, you will get in problems as well. So you can get ahead of your competition, but this is due to an innovative process, and you need the people and the mindset for doing that. And what Marcel said, and there I can repeat Marco's. Test, learn, build bigger, and this is a culture of not only being innovative, of trial and error culture, and this is what you need. And if you don't dare to do that, then better stop your business.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great.
So to be brave, to leave paths. I mean, we have been very successful with our model, and it is not that we said, okay, we need to change the way how we sell shoes. We just added new components and new opportunities to sell shoes even better, and this is what we have done. So you need to be brave to leave these paths and to look left and right and just start going.
Yeah. By the way, which role does customer feedback and also big data play for you? So by continuously improving the customer journey and also the customer experience?
Yeah, customer data, we call it data-driven sales. We're currently piloting a process. I have to start differently. We're bringing now the technology of guided shopping as well in our hybrid showroom order process. And currently we are piloting a process that while our agent with the customer is selecting products in the showroom, that there are algorithms based on customer data from this customer and from other customers who gives then an order recommendation. So the selection of styles has been done, but then how much should I buy from this or from that shoe, and what's the total budget? There is already a team working on that kind of data science and data-driven sales aspects.
Yeah, and I think what I learned from my past, if you ask people, you get an answer, but not for the future, for the past. So that is like Henry Ford said it in the past. If you ask people if they need a car, they will answer, no, we need only horses, faster horses. So I think sometimes, listen to your stomach and test, learn, build bigger, and then figure out if the people are use that, because it is new and you have to be a little bit brave and explain it to customers that the customer need that, and then you can become successful.
Yeah, but I think what also is very good is that you have challenging partners. What I really like on what you
Absolutely.
said, Felix, I mean, if you have challenging partners in your company, and I would define a challenging partner as someone who can tell you also, yeah, this is really shit what you've done, but you should direct it in this direction, develop it a little bit further, and then it becomes good. So someone who really tells you the honest truth and is not making it anything up. And I think if you have that in your company, and also that's a cultural thing, that's great. But if you have that also from outside, so for example, a challenging partner, I would say also, so Tamaris and Shopware are also challenging partners. I think that's also important in order to create innovation. So, and then my question to you guys would also be, so does it necessarily need that kind of, let's say, external challenging partner? Is that helpful? Or could you, for example, have developed guided shopping and some more innovation also just on yourself, so with your internal teams?
Before Marcel will say something, for sure, I would say we could have done that, but I don't believe that the solution would have been better.
Yeah. And for me, I'm a really easy guy. So that means for me, it is faster to ask people who had the experience. And it is helpful for me to make not the same fails. So that means that I'm really too easy.
Or lazy, maybe.
It is harder to think about it than to ask. So
absolutely. Absolutely.
No.
And also what I was saying before in regards to creativity, I mean, don't make a failure and just look in your pond. I mean, there are different ponds with different fishes, different industries. And for this case that we cooperate with Shopware, of course, we get access to other industries, to other people on the market to also use the solution and challenge it in a total different way and come up with ideas we would have never thought about, because our industry simply is not working this way. But you can adapt the idea and say, hey, this is actually a good idea to follow up. So this is also good if you don't do it behind your own closed doors, but to open them and to discuss such things openly.
Yeah, and same here. I mean, we are just experts in creating great customer journeys for e-commerce, but for different businesses and a lot of different verticals. I think it's important to also have you as the gatekeeper for information on your customers, so you own the information, what your business requires. And I think that was also one of the things why it turned out that successful to build that solution. And I can just appeal to everyone who's watching that session today and who's maybe in a different business and wants to co-create something with us. We're always up for that, because we don't know everything about the different verticals. I think we know even more because we have 45,000 commercial customers, and they're all in different verticals. But having the experts as challenging partners to innovate and bring out more solutions that definitely make a difference, I think that's something that I can just ask everyone to get in touch with us and do that.
And one point to add, I mean, we are talking about innovation, technology, point of view on innovation, how to think about new products. You also have to consider, and this should not be fail on the table, the change management, and that customer needs to say, hey, we are happy what you did. I mean, you can build the most nicest product on earth, but if the customer doesn't take it and doesn't use it, and you don't solve a pain for the customer, you don't create additional needs, your solution will never fly. So, I mean, this is very important also to see in such a project phase to get early access to feedback from customers. I mean, not those who say, I need faster horses. I mean, you need to speak with the right people, but you should not neglect this in the process, because, I mean, this will decide at the end about failure or success if you have the customers on your side and you solve problems.
Yeah, great. Cool. Just having a look on the watch, and so we're close, I think, after 30 minutes. So one of my last questions would be, so we've seen the economic situation has changed by beginning of this year. So, and I think still we're in a period where I think a lot of people just have a look on efficiency and just on turnover at present. So what is the perception of yourself? So what do you think is the economic situation currently doing also with the e-commerce business, and what is important now to do? Felix, you're smiling. I think you have got in your mind.
Yeah, I guess I already said that in a different meeting. I guess challenging times are, let's say, good times for strong people or for strong companies, because especially then you need innovations, or you need different approaches, other approaches. You have to be sure that your product is right. You have to be sure who's your customer. So there should be still a match. And of course, you have to be sure that your product, your service is an answer for customer needs as well in the future. And if you're sure about that, don't be, let's say, the challenge comes from outside automatically, but you have to take it as an advantage, as a chance to develop your business. And this is, we don't look so negative into the future. There are big customers, so retailers currently being bankrupt, etc. But the world is so big, you can always do a new business, and you can do joint businesses as well. And this is as well the idea what to do in the future, as well with partnering. But if you have strong mindset, if you have a strong team behind you, then I would not fear the future.
Wow, amazing. Yeah, that's a
Great.
really great last sentence. I couldn't say it any bit more. Yeah.
That is, yes.
Wait, what's
Thanks. So it is a fast LinkedIn Live session. So our goal is, I'm the timekeeper, 30 minutes for learning, and then do hard work again. So that is, and I learned a lot today. So big thanks to you, and thanks that you take the time for us and to share your learnings. So, and I'm really happy to see you again. And I can only explain that we have a new dinner for executives, and I think the next one is in Osnabrück. So I think it is also close to you. So I hope I can see you also there. So, and everyone also. So yeah, let's start and let's make great business today.
Yeah, amazing. Thanks a lot. Great. It was a good session.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.